I'll begin by saying that I did try to get 4 audience members for this speech. There just simply weren't enough people around today. I apologize. I'll begin my speech. One of the most common behavioral disorders for children in the United States is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, more commonly known as ADHD. Most of you have likely heard of ADHD, and you may even know someone who suffers from it. It can be a difficult thing to live with, so it's important to be informed and understand the disorder. I have personally known multiple people with ADHD and consider some of them close friends. And so, after educating myself and doing my own research, I think that it is important for me to do my part to educate you. ADHD is very common, affecting millions of people across the country, and it is becoming more common each year. Throughout this speech, I'll explain what ADHD is, how it affects people, the prevalence and statistics behind the disorder, and how it is treated. A commonly talked about issue, especially in children, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is usually characterized by problems with focus, attention span, and impulse control. Although it is commonly diagnosed in children, it is important to note that ADHD goes beyond simple childhood impulsivity. Quoting from the 2024 CDC article, Is It ADHD? It is normal for children to have trouble focusing or behaving at one time or another. However, children with ADHD do not just grow out of these behaviors. The symptoms continue, can be severe, and can cause difficulties at school, at home, or with friends. Additionally, although ADHD is more common in children, ADHD is possible in adults. The symptoms can manifest as a lack of focus, disorganization, impulsivity, anxiety, or even substance misuse. Now that we understand how ADHD affects people, let's understand how many people it affects. According to the 2024 CDC article, Data and Statistics on ADHD, 7 million, or 11.4% of children between the ages of 3 and 17, are diagnosed with ADHD. Additionally, according to Rena Goldman in 2024, in the article Symptoms of Adult ADHD, 2.5% of adults have been diagnosed with ADHD. Within these numbers, 12% of Black children and 12% of white children have been diagnosed with the disorder, while only 4% of Asian children have been diagnosed with ADHD. Additionally, there is a disparity between boys and girls, with 15% of boys having ADHD and just 8% of girls. Additionally, there is an increased prevalence year over year. For example, from 2016 to 2022, 1 million children were diagnosed with ADHD. That's 125,000 new cases each year on average. Though this may look like some sort of spreading disease, in reality, the explanation is more likely a greater acceptance and understanding of the disorder, leading to it being more likely that doctors will diagnose it. Despite the unfortunate prevalence of ADHD, there is no cure. Despite there being no cure, it can be managed through medication and behavioral therapy. The medications most commonly prescribed for ADHD are stimulants, anti-stimulants, and antidepressants. One or a combination of these helps improve focus and motivation. According to the 2024 CDC article Treatment of ADHD, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that for children under 6, parental training and behavioral management are the first line of defense before medication. Creating a routine can help your child manage their anxiety and attention. An effective use of healthy habits and medication leads to ADHD being absolutely manageable. To conclude, ADHD is an increasingly common behavioral disorder affecting millions of people, especially children. Although it can be a burden for both children and adults, causing things like a lack of focus, increased impulsivity, and worse attention span, it is absolutely manageable through effective use of medication and behavioral therapy. I hope that through educating you on the what's, the how's, and the who's of ADHD, you have gained a better understanding and knowledge of this disorder that affects so many of our loved ones. Thank you. And here are my flashcards. Thank you.